Hey everyone, it's Skippy. Today, we've got Harvest Moon: The Winds of Anthos release trailer, and I am so excited to watch it for the first time. This game comes out September 26th for most platforms. Let's watch the trailer together and then jump in for a deep dive.
Rated E for everyone.
One thing I've noticed so far is that PlayStation releases trailer video, which is amazing for exposure. The music's nice. Okay, it seems fairly smooth. It's beautiful. Those waterfalls are amazing. The texture on the ground is much better than I remember. Okay. Oh wow, that feeding is interesting. Okay, pretty standard fishing concept. Oh, you actually kind of reel it in. That's neat. We got some horse races, very traditional Harvest Moon. And a pet contest. These beautiful trees. The sound effects of running are really nice. And that landscape is so vast. And they have animations. Everyone actually moves during that. That's kind of cool. I think that's the first time we've seen snow. I think here's like the teleporting? Ice tomatoes? Snowman. Oh, that's like a harvest event. Some sort of orchestra. I actually really love that, like, the characters blink. I don't know if anyone's noticed that yet. And the facial expressions are actually really unique. Which is something I was concerned about with just the screenshots alone. Because I didn't see any sort of difference in the faces. The sound effects are nice. The moving of the grass is nice. Okay. Wow, okay, so that was pretty cool. I'm actually pretty impressed with that. So let's go back through and kind of take a look at a few things here. So here it shows that it's actually winter, yet it looks autumn in this place. So I'm assuming that different places you go to have different types of winter, which very well could affect the different types of crops you grow, as we saw earlier. I think this looks really pretty though. And then here we have like camels, and I saw some harvest sprites to the side. I really love the detail to these plants. Like if you look at these leaves here, and then even the eggplants, you can tell a difference between whether or not they're ready. This was interesting, because you feed and it just all comes out at once, which makes it really nice. I actually love how this water looks, because it's very basic, but it has a lot of depth to it. The animations don't look too bad. And I'm assuming that everywhere you can see, you can probably travel to. And if you look at some of the trees here, you can see that there looks like apples on them or some sort of crop that you can probably harvest, is my guess. And I know my issue before was some of like the view distance with the grass and how it looks, but it doesn't look that bad here. Even the trees are moving in the background, and everyone moves in these cutscenes, which I really appreciate. Do you want to move to this location? It will take 1 day to move. Any crop growing in your fields will remain there. Okay, so this is the little owl guy that I'd seen in the screenshot before, and it is how you move from location to location. It takes an entire day to move, which makes sense because you're traveling a vast distance, and you also have about 30 days in each season, so that's not going to be that detrimental. If we go back to here, there's quite a lot of people at this dinner table that we haven't even remotely seen before, like just smaller villagers, I'm assuming. And then even here you have 4 people performing and several people in the audience that we can see. I wonder if these are 2 regions, because if you look here, it's very autumn-like, which it looks like I think this is the first of spring, but I could be wrong. And then across the river here, it looks like summer. And it's very drastic of a difference. And even on the map, you can see that there's a difference as well, too. I'm assuming we can't just cross the river, but it looks like back here, there's actually a bridge that's broken. And you can probably replace that bridge so that way you have easy access to go from that area to this area. That's actually really cool. And then obviously we can befriend wildlife. So you have 10, I'm assuming, music notes here. And for the Asian black bear, I thought he was going to eat us at first when I first saw the character walk up. Okay, here we've got the camera, which is cool. I love the facial expressions again, like I said. Down here you can actually see there's options. So there's filters, depth of field, zoom, portrait mode, pose, expression. So you can change your pose and expression as well too, and then you take the photo. And then here it looks like reindeer and maybe some sheep. And in the back, this looks like it's actually a little eatery shop because it looks like a fork and a knife here. So maybe you could go buy food or it's a cafe. And there's lava and this looks like a dinosaur, which I'm assuming we can probably befriend too, some sort of lizard. This is probably just a very early cutscene. I really like the animation of the characters. I do think that the running animation's pretty nice. It looks pretty smooth too. I'm assuming it doesn't go more than 60 FPS like most of these games, but it looks very smooth. Optimization looks pretty decent from early on. Now, obviously, this is just a trailer. It's not an actual gameplay trailer yet, so there are some differences in how that's going to work. But so far, I am pretty impressed with that, and I just want to keep watching it over and over again. And so if you go back here to the refill feed bin, you can make feed and put in and take out feed as well, too. I love how huge this barn is. There's so many animals in here. Because you have the horses, multiple horses, cows, sheep, chickens, different types of chickens. I just realized this too when I came back here to look at the snowman plants. So this is our character, and our character has purple hair. I can't tell if it's a different style than the male character, but it's definitely a different color. And we haven't seen any sort of color variations between the two main characters, the female and the male character, that you can play with when it comes to hair color or style or eye color or skin color, which we're going to assume that there are a variety to choose from, similar to the last game, but I'm hoping that there's more this time because the last game did not have as much variety, and this is huge. Well, I think that's all that I need to say about that. I'm really impressed with how it looks, and I'm very excited to see an actual gameplay trailer coming out here in the next month or so, I would imagine. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. I'm pretty excited. I know a lot of you are hesitant for this game specifically, but I think this will broaden everyone's perspective on it, and if it comes out as optimized as it should, it looks like that there is a ton of content in here for people to enjoy for hours and hours and hours. And we haven't even seen anything regarding marriage, dating, bachelors, bachelorettes, children, extensively. And that's a huge thing, considering that that's also a very large part of the game. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe for more Harvest Moon and Story of Seasons content from me. Check out my other videos here, and I'll see you in the next one.